Hello everyone, here today with a different kind of video. Joining me is my dear friend Emily.
Hello.
We're gonna be talking about a few artist problems, things that annoy artists, whatever. We found a few things brought up by two sites, and we're gonna go by them one by one. Ew, this is gonna be fun. Alright, the first is from what? Right.
It's from
Butt feet?
Butt feet.
The amazing butt feet.
Okay. So let's get started.
Wait, so just so we know, the article itself, what's it called? 21 awkward moments that artists and illustrators recognize?
Yeah. Something like, yeah.
Okay, so what's the first one?
So, number one on the list, and this is a personal pet peeve of mine, is, can I see your sketchbook? See, this personally bugs me because I don't know about, like, everyone else, but I'm introverted as heck, so when someone comes up to me and is just like, oh, I'll be drawing, and then they're like, oh, can I see your sketchbook? I'm like, no. Like I do that thing where, like, I, like, cringe up and just, like, slowly, like, start to close my book. Like, all while trying to avoid eye contact with them. Just, no.
Oh, God. On my end, it's, something like that. It's just the fact that with me, because I have that resting bitch face, if I don't let anybody see my sketchbook, they automatically pretty much just think that I'm just being mean to them. When it's not like that. Like, you're not an artist, you don't really understand how personal a sketchbook can be.
Exactly. And another problem is, and this is for me personally, whenever I say no, and, you know, like, they're like, oh, why are you acting so weird about it? Did you draw something dirty in it? And it's like, it's not that. Like, you know, maybe. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna speak for everyone, but, like...
Yeah, you can't talk about that here. This is a Christian channel.
Listen, I can draw whatever I want in my sketchbook. This is a safe space. You cannot shame me. In front of your viewers, in front of my viewers.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. But, yeah, like, you know, it doesn't, like, just because an artist doesn't want you to see what's inside of their notebook doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, they're drawing something that's, like, weird or gross or whatever. Like, it could mean that, but, you know, you shouldn't just assume that, because for all we know, like, they could just be, you know, very self-conscious about their art, and that's usually why I'm very, like, nervous about showing people my stuff.
Oh, God. I think we got that,
out
of our system.
That felt good.
On to the next point. Okay, why do you buy so many sketchbooks? Is this really... It's really a question?
Be. Like, because I think that the answer should be obvious why.
It's like, oh, I know you're a chef, but why do you buy so many ingredients?
I know you're a mechanic, but why do you go to Home Depot so much? I feel like I feel like we shouldn't even have to, like, explain this one. This one should be obvious.
Yeah. Oh, God. To anybody who draws, even as a hobby, it's obvious.
Okay, number 3, and I think this one is going to get a lot of people pissed off. It's when someone comes up to you and asks, "Can you draw me?"
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I have so many.
Okay, first of all, I need money. Pay me and I'll draw you. Secondly, you usually get this question when you're out in public. Maybe you're in class and you're doodling in your sketchbook, and then some people just see you and they ask, "Hey, can you draw me?" You caught me off guard. I am not prepared.
It's like, who are you again? I didn't even know you were in my class.
Because really, I mean, we all know this. Really, this question only happens when you're with someone face to face. It's not a thing that happens online.
Well, it can.
So,
it depends, but
I mean, yeah, it depends, but it's usually a thing that happens face to face
normally.
With somebody.
I have a big problem with this one in general, just because I used to get this a lot, and I still get this. I'll have, like, my cousin's girlfriend or whatever, she'll come up and she'll be like, oh, you're an artist? Can you draw me? And then, like, you know, as annoying enough as that is, like, it's even more annoying, like, when you've been, like, drawing for, like, the past, like, 10, 15 minutes, like, you know, taking, like, doing whatever, just drawing them really quick, and then it's like, you give it to them, and they're like, that looks nothing like me. And it's like, yeah.
What do you expect?
It's like, you saw my other art. What did you expect me to just like, splatter a Mona Lisa on my notebook? All I have is a mechanical pencil and some lined paper. Leave me alone.
Oh god. So this mainly happens with people who don't draw in a very realistic style, then, I guess. It's like you draw them something, and then they think it looks nothing like them, or whatever you're drawing, and it's like, I'm not trying to draw realistically here.
I actually feel like this kind of touches on another article that we found where it was like, where was it? Can you draw me and, like, my family? Huh?
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I know. We'll get that. We'll get to that soon, though.
Okay. I keep messing up.
God. Okay, so what's the fourth one? Why don't you hang out with us? Is this implying that artists don't have a social life?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I'm not going to argue. Most of them don't.
I was gonna say, most artists are, like, I'm not gonna, again, I'm not speaking for everyone, but I can understand this because most artists that I know personally are very introverted people, like, outside.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is more or less of, like, an introverted problem, just rather than an artist problem. But
or maybe it's just the fact that you being an artist, being an artist is more taking up your free time than anything. It's not really like, I mean, if you make it your profession, you're still working hard, but it's like it takes a lot of time because you don't know how long it actually takes to make a good piece.
Point. I agree. I agree fully that, you know, it sometimes, like, I know myself, like, it's hard to find time to, you know, make time for others when, you know, you've got, like, 5 commissions that, you know, you've been holding off on for, like, the whole week, and because of, like, schoolwork and all of that, and then people are getting mad at you because it's like, oh, you're always busy, you're always cooped up in your room and, you know, drawing on your laptop or whatever, and it's like, I feel like people don't really understand that, like, this is, like, for some people, this is a job. Like, this is how we make money. So, like, I don't think that people should necessarily, like, I can understand why people get mad, but I don't think that they should really take it to heart. Like, yeah.
So, really, this is just an issue with you as an artist needing to, you know, make some room for your friends and family. You can't stay locked up in your little basement forever. God. So I don't think this is really an artist problem. I mean, it kind of is, but it's more of a person
like in a
general
specific
problem.
way, it is an artist problem. But yeah, it's more of just like, yeah, an introverted, extroverted kind of thing.
Oh God. Okay, so God, what's next? Number 5.
Oh.
When you read art tutorials and they have the picture of like how to draw an owl. Step 1, draw 2 circles. Step 2, draw the rest of the fucking owl.
See, this one got me personally. I'm always lost on art tutorials because a lot of them are pretty much like that. It's like you draw the base, and it's usually just like a few circles or like a square or something, and then it's like, now add the details. It's like, wait.
Well, I personally am just a person who doesn't really look up art tutorials, so I don't really get this problem.
I usually look up art tutorials like for reference, mostly. Like to draw faces and stuff, or like to draw like certain people, I guess you could say, or like animals. But I normally do that when it's this like realistic stuff.
Well then, it's not really my problem, it's more of yours in this case.
Fair point.
But is it annoying?
Yes.
That is very annoying.
Let's just leave it at that. It's very, very annoying.
Okay, number 6. When another artist says things like this, "It took me 15 minutes to paint this, lol, it sucks." And there's this, dear God, this very detailed painting with, it's an impressive painting, to say the least.
See, this bugs me because I feel like the reason why it bugs the person per se in the article is different than the way how it bugs me, because like it's more or less like when people are like, "Oh, this is terrible," and it's like, "No, it's amazing! Stop putting down your art!" Like, I just want to like grab their shoulders and just shake them, like knock it off. It's beautiful. You're wrong.
I mean, but the person is saying that when other artists say things like this, it's honestly, I don't think I've ever actually met anybody who's worked so hard on a piece, and then they tell me it only took like 10 minutes to do.
It's I've had a few people do it. It's just mostly like friends in real life for me. But yeah, I've had plenty. That's why like I feel so strongly about some of these, because it's like it's happened to me like in real life. Like it happens to me like a lot. And I hate to say that I'm relating so much to a butt feet article, but
well, that makes sense for you. You have more of a social life than I do. Oh God, to number 7. When you find out that a talented artist is 10 years younger than you. Oh God. I mean, no hate to the young artists, but yeah, I kind of feel this a little bit sometimes.
I kind of do, but I'll let you talk, because you had something.
No, it's just the issue that, like, oh, you've worked so hard to get where you are, and then there's this person who's just a bit younger, or a lot younger than you, and, it's more, with me, it's not really a problem that they have better drawings or whatever than me. It's just that, with me, it's usually, like, they have more following and more attention.
That's my problem.
It's like, I've been here, I mean, it's just an example for me being on DeviantArt, gonna be about 6 years on DeviantArt now, I don't have a lot of watchers. I really don't. But then you go to other people's DeviantArt pages, and it's like, oh, only been here for a year, and they have twice as many watchers than I do, and I don't understand what exactly I'm doing wrong, or what this person did, some kind of black magic to get where they are now.
Well, personally for me, I, like, as frustrating as that is, like, I think what you kind of have to take into understanding is, like, you know, if like the people, it's more of like a supply demand kind of thing. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Like,
so you mean all the pony artists who get millions of watchers for drawing vectors?
Good, if they do it well.
I know. I mean, I'm not throwing any shade out there, but you know, all the pony artists who just do Ectors. Not throwing any shade, because I'm not picking out any people in specific, but you know.
Yeah, I know. You know. But if they're doing it good, like, I think that they kind of deserve their following. And I'm not trying to say, like, I'm not trying to, because, like, I'm speaking for myself, too. Like, I'm not trying to throw shade at you now. I think your art is really good, too. It's just that, like, for me, it's more of just, like, it's not a competition, just be happy for other artists kind of thing.
I mean, yeah, I'll be happy for other artists, but that doesn't mean that inside my soul, it is burning.
I understand. I understand.
Oh god, let's get on with the next point before somebody attacks us.
Next point.
Okay. Okay, number 8. When you realize too late that you drew the thumbs on the wrong side. Oh god. This is just an anatomy problem. It's not really a problem with me. I think the thing here is that what's more of a bigger issue is when you draw the thumbs on the right side, but it looks terrible.
I deal with both of those issues. Like, either I'll draw it on the wrong hand and I'll realize it after I've, like, added the color and added the shade and, like, all of the effects, and I'm just like, well, shoot, now what do I do? Or it's like, I'll draw it right, and then, like, this has happened a lot with, like, my speed draws, too. Like, I'll draw the hand, and I'll be like, that looks ugly, and I'll keep having to redo it over and over and over and over and over again. And then, eventually, it's just, like, you just give up, pretty much. Or at least I do.
I am.
Well,
you're just a quitter, aren't you?
And I'm willing to admit that. I take my badge and I wear it proud.
Oh god. Okay. Number 9. When this happens, Photoshop quit unexpectedly. There goes 6,000 hours of work. Yeah, when your art program fails.
I'm gonna be honest, this doesn't happen to me a lot. It's more like, well, my laptop dies sometimes, and, like, there'll be that brief moment of panic, like, did it save? But, like, it usually works out for me. Maybe I'm just lucky.
I mean, it works out for us since we use Fire Alpaca, and it has, like, that thing where it just, like, saves your artwork, and if it crashes or something happens. Yeah, so that's not really a problem if you're using Fire Alpaca. But I don't know about Photoshop.
I used to use Photoshop, but, like I said, it never really, you know, died on me. But that sucks.
God. And then I don't know about God, what is it? Psy?
Yeah.
Yeah, not trying to exclude all you Psy users out there.
This is
we just don't know
space.
about it. Oh god. Number 10. When you have billions in work sketches lying around.
Yeah,
not really.
No.
No. With me, it's like I start on something, I finish it eventually. I don't, like, start, like, 3 more.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens, but it's usually just more or less, like, losing what's the word, motivation to do it. Or like something will come up and like I'll get distracted and I'll completely forget about it. But no, I'm gonna have to go with you here. I usually just get stuff done.
This is part 1 of a 2-part video. Be sure to check out the second half on Emily's channel, which I will link on the screen and in the description. Thank you!